Hey everyone, my name is Joe Hicken, and welcome to the show where I am documenting my journey to getting funded $1 million with prop firms using AI and robotics without ever having to take a manual trade. And I'm doing this to prove that anyone can become a successful trader as long as they're willing to learn. Over the course of the last 3 years, my team and I have been working nonstop on an amazing robotic trading system called Titan X and a unique trading method we call prop farming. In the past year, we've helped over 600 traders become funded prop traders, with more becoming funded every single day. And in this show, I show you the good, the bad, and the ugly truth of being a real algorithmic trader. Now, because we are talking about money, I need to give a quick disclaimer. Your results may vary from the results I'm about to show you. Past results don't guarantee future profits, and don't ever risk money you can't afford to lose. All right, we are now into week 11 of the show, and we are funded $800,000. We are 80% of the way to our $1 million funded goal. And unfortunately, I did not reach that $1 million funded goal this last week. I thought I might, but we did not hit it. And in fact, this last week, I'm going to be honest with you, it was a losing week across the board. Not a single account did well. Every single account had losses. In fact, some accounts didn't see even a penny of profit. It was just loss after loss after loss after loss. And I'm going to show you that right here. This is a phase 2 that failed. This is a, this is a phase 1 that is just hanging on by its dear life, probably going to fail. This is a phase 1 that is, it's actually only in a bit of drawdown. So we'll see how this one turns out. There may be hope for this one yet. This one here is also almost dead. This is a phase 2. This one is gone. This is a failed phase 1 challenge. And over here, we've got a failed phase 1 and a failed phase 1. So as you can see, there is not a lot of blue as I was showing you my account history on these. Really hardly any at all. And that's just how it goes sometimes. You guys have heard me talk about this in the show. I feel like a lot of people, they go through these swings of emotions where when things are not going well, it's the end of the world. It feels like the world's just caving in on them. Like, it's just terrible. And you see people even react in our community, complaining in the chat, saying, oh, this sucks, this doesn't work, what have you. And then on the flip side, even if you just flash forward to, flash backwards to 2 weeks ago, we had an amazing week. People were like saying, this is the best thing, planning their retirement, just on cloud 9. And, it's really important in trading to keep a level head through the wins and the losses. And so, this week sucked. It is what it is, but am I worried? I'm not. I'm really not. We've been at this for quite some time, and we've proven that this works. And we've also proven that there are going to be losses. There are going to be losing streaks, and there's also going to be winning streaks. And so we enjoy the wins when they come. We get through the losses when they come. We just take what the market gives us. And what happened this last week was we just had some sudden shift in market conditions. And that's just the reality. Like, anything can happen in the market at any time. And that's just a fundamental truth. And that's something that you need to be able to accept as a trader. And it's something we talk about a lot. And so when talking about risk management, and talking about never risking money you can't afford to lose, that's why. Because really anything can happen. It doesn't matter how good our backtest data is, doesn't matter how good our, testing and data is. It really comes down to our risk management and being able to handle the losses. So when it comes to prop firms, that means not buying challenges that you can't afford to lose, right? And not taking risk on funded accounts that you can't afford to lose. And so for me, it's really no big deal. In fact, if we zoom out, and that's what I like to do during these losing streaks, just kind of zoom out and see what we've accomplished thus far. This is what we've accomplished. Over 70 live challenges, 50% funded rate. To be honest, at this point, since starting the show, I've been more around like a 33% funded rate, and even a little bit below that after this last week. which, is expected to be even lower because, coming fresh off of a losing streak. But overall, I'm just below 50% funded rate, and that is extremely profitable. In fact, I can show you this. On a 50% funded rate, we've calculated it to give a 348% ROI plus. So actually, it can be much more than that if you can take multiple payouts, which we do all the time. Even just a 33% funded rate, we're looking at a 255% ROI. You're not going to find that anywhere else, and that's even with only a 33% funded rate. And then even only a 25% funded rate, you're still profitable. You're still making a 20% ROI on your money and beyond. And so, I think it's just something that we're going through right now with changing market phases. Tends to happen around this time of year. And what we do is we take last week, we re-optimize our strategies so that they can handle the market conditions that were last week. And that just gives us the best odds going forward to be successful. And that's exactly what we've done. So, you go over to the leaderboard, you can see we've got plenty of new, freshly optimized strategies that we're able to handle last week's news and everything else just fine. Quite well, actually. We've got plenty of strategies like this. As you can see, we've gotten rid of my Forex funds, for obvious reasons, and we're now focusing on True Forex funds, FTMO, and then also TFT. And so in an effort to stay diversified across multiple prop firms, I'm not only running True Forex funds challenges this week, but I'm also running FTMO and TFT as well. You can see here, and just waiting on these to see how it goes. So I've got 2 TFF challenges going as well, the phase 1 challenges going, as well as one on FTMO and one on TFT as well. Experimenting with those as we move forward here. Show you my other True Forex fund. This one here with these strategies, which again are just pulled off the leaderboard. You can see that one there was here by Zekin. 100% pass rate in the last 12 weeks, 476 recency score. That's what we look for, showing how well it's done recently. And then its latest result was a pass. I'm also using this strategy here, 453 recency score, 100% pass rate. Last result was a pass. And again, we don't expect these are backtest results, so we don't expect these to translate exactly to the live market. What happened in the past is not going to happen in the future. We're not fortune tellers, right? So, but if we can perform well in most recent market conditions, and that gives us a pretty good chance of performing well in the current market conditions. That's all we can do, really. So as far as FTMO goes, I'm using this strategy here, 456 recency score, 100% pass rate in the last 12 weeks. And then for TFT, I am using their Think Markets broker and using this top strategy here by Journey Trading. And again, if you're not familiar, or this is your first time watching the show, the leaderboard is simply a composite of all of our community's backtests. And the best strategies that our community backtests are automatically uploaded to this leaderboard and sorted by this recency score, which is just a way of quantifying how well a strategy has done most recently. You pull up the results for any one of these strategies, see the breakdown. You can see this one's performed very well recently. Therefore, it has a high recency score versus one that has a lower recency score like this one. You can see recently it has stopped performing, and so it's dropping down the leaderboard. All right, that being said, let's get into my favorite part of the show, which is showing you guys the results from our community members. Even despite this last week's losses, we still have prop farmers that are just crushing it. And I want to show you guys that. And I also want to show you guys that to illustrate a point that, what I'm showing is just a very simple step-by-step process. You definitely can get better results than the ones that I've shown here. Absolutely. We've got people who have done further optimization beyond what we provide. We've got people who do some sort of combination of the EA as well as using their own technical analysis to, maybe close some trades early or, cut some losses early or whatever it might be. And we actually have a chance to learn from one of those traders. He's been funded over $2 million funded and $50,000 in withdrawals from TFF alone. I know for a fact that's within less than a year. It may be in just it may just be a couple of months actually. I'm not exactly sure what the time frame is on that, but he's been absolutely crushing it, and we get to learn from him this next week. We actually host an AMA, is what we call it, an Ask Me Anything, with featured prop farmers, some of the most successful prop farmers in the group, just to help everybody learn from each other and what's working best. And that's one of the great benefits of being part of this community, is we get to learn from each other and what's working, what's not, and all be better because of it. So anyways, without further ado, let me show you some of the results from this past week. As you can see, there were plenty, even though it was a losing week for me, just following the plan. There were still plenty of prop farmers that were having success, that were passing challenges and taking. As you can see, Forex, another funded account for him on True Forex Fund is $100,000. Congrats. Here's another challenge pass, another profit target hit, another challenge pass, profit target hit, another challenge pass, another profit target hit. Forex with 2 incoming profit splits, totaling looks like $7,500 plus. More profit targets hit and more payouts on their way for this user here. This is another payout on its way, $814. Congrats. This is another challenge pass. This one here came all the way down to almost blowing to all the way back, and hopefully makes it all the way to pass. That would be quite the comeback story. It would be awesome. Hope to see it. Another payout for this user here from TFT, $2,300, as well as a $4,200 payout here. Congrats. Another payout for this user here, $480. All right, so that is it for this week. Thanks so much for watching today's update. You can expect one like this each week to get the most recent insight into just how powerful this robotic trading system can be. If you found this video helpful, or you're ready to become a prop farmer yourself, head over to propfarming.com. Take care.